What's up, internet? My name is MasonBro, and today we are playing some Smite. We're playing some Chronos, and this game I didn't really go so good in. I went like 2 and 4, but I was mainly trying to make sure Hobo just annihilates because he's an amazing clear hand. Anubis just can rack up damage, and I was just trying to make sure that he can get a lot of kills and help carry us in the game because he controls the lane a lot more when he's playing Anubis. So that's what my plan was. Most people like to do your first over your 2 and 3, but for me, I think I don't remember what I go first. I think I could go for the 1 first this time, but normally I go for the 3 and then the 2. No, I'll go for the 3, then the 1, then the 2, because the 3 can clear a lot more. But since Hobo's here, I can clear. I don't have to worry about clearing. I normally play Chronos as an ADC, so this gameplay I didn't do that well, but I wanted to show you because this is me, Hobo, and Roni playing Assault, and it's just fun to play. But for now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about I don't know, like how some of these game modes in Smite are not balanced at all. Like it bothers us to know, and that all the items are balanced only for Conquest. They're not balanced for Arena, they're not balanced for Assault. I mean, have like 2 separate programmers to balance the game and have specific items not be available to specific characters in specific games. Like in Arena, I think Gem of Isolation is broken on so many gods. Like Poseidon, Outplash right now. I know his ultimate gets a nerf because now it won't slow, which then is amazing because Gem of Isolation is still gonna work on it, but it's still completely. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's just all these guys can get these slowing abilities, and they're already broken as is. So why? And you can't escape. Bellona is another example of that. Bellona, she bothers the living lord out of me. Given her Frostbound Hammer and Rune Forge Hammer, she just can't die, and it's the most frustrating thing I've ever seen in my entire life because you can't run away, and my dogs are barking upstairs, and they need to show up and do something. But I mean, I would be really happy with taking those items out because it causes so much of a problem, and I can't. It's so frustrating because broken gods can get it, and while some gods who really need it to actually be effective, which I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but some gods need Gem of Isolation to actually be effective. But when they get it, it's not as effective as an Outplash getting it, or Bellona getting it. But I once saw a Amus and Cobb with Frostbound Hammer and Fatalis. I understand the Fatalis because he has no movement. I mean, he has no escape, so he needs it to be able to bob and weave and get out. But he doesn't need Frostbound Hammer. Like, no, don't give him Frostbound Hammer. That's just broken. And some will argue it's not broken. He's actually not as powerful without when he has the item. Yeah, he is. If he has a proper guardian who's protecting him and making sure he doesn't die, he can sit there and just mow down because Amus and Cobb is a late game god. So it's just to no end. Frustrates me to no to no end. I mean, in Arena, I think it's not balanced at all, because if you pick a lot of broken gods, it's over. Which can be said for Conquest, but it's not a lot of skill based, as long as if someone is playing Ares and Bellona, then the Ares is gonna ult them, and okay, their beads are gone, and now the Bellona has free whim to go over and just beat the living crap out of them. The only and if you build a Bellona right, she's pretty tanky. She's like Herc, I believe, where she is tanky and does a lot of damage and takes a lot of breath. Like, oh gosh, like also with Herc, it's kind of weird to oh jeez, it's kind of weird to try to play Herc when there's so many better people like Bellona, where, well, I wouldn't say better. I mean, Herc can be more tankier and can do a little more control, but Bellona can just rack up the kills if she wants, and it's so frustrating. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But like, I think Poseidon, him too, with Gem of Isolation. If you give it to him, Whirlpool, it just controls, and you don't have to just you don't have to just have Gem of Isolation to win the game. You can build max cooldown and crack in every, I think it's like 60 or 80 seconds instead of like the normal, which is like 100 and some seconds. No, I believe it's 60, and it's so quick, and it's so annoying that like you're trying to kill this Poseidon, he just is running away and crackens you and almost kills you, and then his teammates come over and kill you. And I just, they literally need to balance a lot of the items in Arena. They need to, I don't care, go do some changing, go do other stuff, but it's one of the most annoying things I've ever seen in the game. I understand Smite is known for Smite is known for Conquest. I completely understand. I totally agree with you. But for the other players who can't play Conquest as well as some of these like good players, I mean, I can play Conquest. I mean, Hobo can play Conquest. Roni can't really play Conquest as well, but he's starting to learn to play it. Hanky can't really play Conquest that well. He can only play one role, so, and it's just not fun playing Conquest when the other two players that we're playing with don't know how to play Conquest correctly. Why am I sitting here? Oh yeah, because I had to do I had to run upstairs because my cats were freaking out. So, so you get to see me just standing there, trying to deal with some cats. But so yeah, so we play Arena because it's easy and just mind-numbingly fun. We play Assault because it's a little more strategic and it's one lane, so you don't have to worry about jungles, you don't have to worry about ganking so much. It's just simple fun, and Roni likes to play that way, and that's totally fine with me. So, but it's just so frustrating to have to worry about, okay, should I play Arena? Because if I do, then I might have to deal with a broken Bellona, broken Wash. So what should I do? And it's not fun. I don't like to worry about that. I want to just go in and have fun playing the game. So yeah, please just balance those gods with those items, or just take out the items in general. I mean, I would be happy if you just took out Gem of Isolation and Frostbound Hammer. I mean, Fatalis, I kind of would want to. I kind of would want it, but Not really. Oh, that was a bad ult by me. Trying to juke this Fenrir. Ooh, no, get out. Get out. Okay, Fenrir. I mean, okay, Ymir, come help me. But
Retreat.
just, and then we try to play Siege, but we completely don't really. We don't know when to completely push as well. I mean, the only one who like over pushes is Roni and Hanky, which they don't need to push as hard as they do. So yeah, but we're still learning Siege. Siege can actually be a lot of fun because it's a lot different from Conquest, Arena, and Assault. So we really want to start getting into it more, but we always have problems with trying to aggress forward when we're
when we're in the mindset of Arena where we're like,
should we go and destroy their team, or should we just not kill this one guy? So yeah, that's been my problem with trying to get them to play Siege. But Siege is actually pretty. It's pretty balanced. I mean, I don't like all of the like Thor's. Who else? Apollo. It just frustrates me to no end that like there are gods who can literally glide across the map in like 2 seconds. So, but I mean, we have a chance to pick that god too. So I mean, it's not completely our fault. No, it's not completely the game's fault, but what's frustrating is trying to get them to play those gods, because those gods are really good in Siege, because if one team's getting outpushed a little bit, all we have to do is ult up and then go over and pretty much kill them. But we can't do that when everyone hates playing those gods except Thanatos. Hanky loves playing Thanatos, which is cool and all, but I don't like him in Siege that much. But I mean, we can play him in Siege, but I'm talking about like Apollo. Apollo's great because he ults over and then pretty much can wreck. Thor just destroys in that. He ults up like towards the middle of the map and then slams down, and then and his passive kicks in because there's 2 gods already over there, so he does a lot of damage. But everyone hates playing Apollo. Everyone hates playing Thor. And I like playing both of them, but no one wants to play a Guardian, so I could play both of them so I can make them more effective. They just want to play. If you play a specific role, or if you're playing Smite, you need to learn to play other gods except just the standards of like Ymir and Artemis and Sun Wukong. Like you gotta learn to play everyone. I can play almost everyone except Kubrick, and I can't play Kubrick because I don't get it. He dies so quick as a Guardian, and he just, for me, doesn't deal enough damage to be a warrior, and it's completely annoying and completely frustrating. And I've been trying to get them to play Apollo and play Thor because those gods are great in Conquest. Those gods are great in Siege. Like whenever we play Conquest, Hobo tries to every single time play Cupid or Artemis. Cupid's fine, but I don't like Cupid as a hunter. I can prefer him as a solo, but we don't need an Artemis. I mean, if we know that their jungler is not that good, yeah, that's fine. But since we don't know their jungler until the very end, and our Guardian is probably Athena or someone else, we can't always predict what they're gonna pick. So that's why I'm saying get Apollo, because he has 2 escapes. No, he has 3. I always keep forgetting about his mez, but he has so many escapes. Please, come on, man. It's not that hard. Just play Apollo. Play Thor. I mean, I understand they don't know how to play jungler very well, but learn to play the roles, dang it. Because Henky only plays mid. He tried playing support for the first time when we first played it. No, like, come on, dude. You gotta play other roles and learn how the game works. Because when I play support, I learned, okay, I gotta make sure my hunter gets fed and I don't get all of his XP. So then when I switch over to hunter, I know, okay, so my support is trying to give me the XP, so I have to be a little more aggressive with getting the XP, and I have to make sure that he is there to soak up damage for me. So it's just when you play another role, you get to learn something about the role you're playing. When I play solo, I learn more about jungle, where jungle doesn't have to be in the solo lane all the time. Because I've seen that so many times. The jungler's always in the solo lane, and you don't put jungle in the solo lane, weirdo. Like the whole time. All right, so it looks like we just won. See, I didn't do that very good, but I was just trying to give Hobo all the kills and stuff like that. But yeah, so overall, just we need to balance some of these other game modes, some of these items, stuff like that. But I don't see that in the near future because they're only focusing on Conquest. They can't have 1 or 2 devs go over and be like, okay, let's start tweaking these around because these are kind of broken in these game modes. So I don't know, just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think. See, 14-4 was Hobo. That's what I was trying to get him. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. MasonBro signing off. Peace.